Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I am going to make a joyfold card using some lovely papers and dies from TLC Designs. And this card design actually was inspired by a Craft Roulette episode. Actually, the episode number is 143. If you're not familiar with Craft Roulette, it's actually a card making sort of a game show, and it's on every Friday afternoon. It's hosted by Mary Gunn. She was undergoing surgery, so on this particular episode, Amanda from Pear Blossom Press actually guest hosted, and as it turns out, I intended to watch live because it is shown live, so you can have some nice fun live interaction in the chat. And it was actually on the same night as my impromptu live stream, which went way longer than I expected, so I ended up missing the Craft Roulette episode. But it's always available to watch on replay. So you can always, if you're curious, pop on over to the Craft Roulette YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, and you can always watch older episodes if you'd like. So the host, usually Mary, but for this particular week was Amanda, invites a guest to come on and make cards together. And the card that they make is dependent on some different parameters for which they spin a wheel to actually determine the specific parameters that they're going to be crafting to. So it's kind of like their design brief. And for episode 143, the project was a joyfold card. The colors were fall colors. An element that you needed to use was smile or smiles, and the random attribute was Ombre. So here I have the start of my joyfold, which is USA 2 in size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 folded. However, this is going to be a landscape top folding card. And I took one of the card bases I just happened to have on hand, and from the front panel, I just cut off half of it. So I measured 2 1/8 inches in along that, along the front of the panel, and then I just cut half of it off. And I have turned this on the side so that the fold is at the top. Then I took the daisy frame die from TLC Designs, and using the largest die, I've cut that out of another white panel. And a joyfold card is basically your card plus another mini card. And before I knew the proper name for this fun fold, I was calling it a flippy flappy card because you flip one flap one way and you flip the other flap the other way. And so that's how I referred to it. This is the first time I'm actually making a joyfold that is oriented in this way, where maybe I've done it once before. Actually, Kim Creates, she introduced us to Mystery Craft Alongs, and I think she had a joyfold that was top folding like this as well. And actually, Kim is who taught me the proper name for this fold as well. So I had made it a couple times before even realizing the actual name. But this is the first time where I'm actually putting a closure of this type onto a card. And what I'm doing is, so I already punched a hole at the top of my mini card. And then you saw me a moment ago, I drew, I lined the mini card up where I planned to put it, attach it to my card. And I drew a little pencil mark where the hole is. But then when I went to punch the top flap, I didn't punch where I drew my pencil mark. I punched two holes, one on either side. So just to the left and just to the right. And I'm going to create a little bit of a ribbon closure. Well, really, I'll be using some twine that came in, I believe, the Chili Fun Sweet bundle. And so one thing I forgot was that when this mini card opens up, it gives you some extra space to decorate. And I forgot that I wanted to line this bottom portion with some beautiful papers. This is a solid green paper, but it did come from the paper pack, so it does coordinate exactly with the paper that is lining my USA 2 size card. So everything coordinates so beautifully within all of the TLC Designs paper packs. So I quite like that. It does include some solids, and that way, because sometimes solid color cardstock is easy to supplement from your stash, but a lot of times you're never gonna have like the exact right shade that coordinates. You might be able to find something pretty darn close, and usually I'm happy enough with pretty darn close, but it is nice when the paper pad does include some solid color cardstock, because then you'll know it's going to be a perfect match. And so what I should have done was actually attach that pattern paper layer first and then punch my hole so that it punches through both layers, but it's easy enough to line that back up and repunch that hole so that it goes through the solid color cardstock layer. So now what I can do is, to complete the joy fold, all I need to do is glue down this mini card to what would normally be the inside of your base card. And what I'll do is line up the hole that I punched, and I just put that right in between the other two holes. I haven't erased yet my pencil mark, so really I just lined it up right over my pencil mark. And then I'll straighten it up, and thankfully I have the pattern paper has some convenient lines that I can use as reference to line up. And then I'll give that a really, really good burnish. So here you can see how you've got your two flaps. You have the one flap from the original card base, and then you have the other flap from the mini card that gets attached to what would normally be the inside of your card. But now the inside of my card is going to be the inside of the mini card, which I left white. So there's still plenty of space to stamp maybe an inside sentiment, write a little message, sign your card, and all of that good stuff. So here's the little bundle of twine that I referenced earlier. I believe this came with the Chili Fun. Yeah, I think it was with the Chili Fun sweet bundle. And so we got 3 different colors. We have it in white, kind of a craft, butcher's twine kind of color, and black. And I think all of them would work, and that's why they were chosen to go with the sweet bundle, because I think the papers are from the same bundle. But I decided to use black because there's some black in the pattern paper that this particular panel is lined with. So I think that'll bring some of that out. And then what I did was, from the inside of that panel, I just fed the ends of that twine through to the front. And with the sticker sheet that came with Chili Fun, I just used a circle punch, and I punched out a couple of different designs that I wanted to feature on this card. And so I thought she looks like she's just having a really amazing time. Remember, one of the Craft Roulette parameters was smile. So I've gone ahead, and from the Rosy Sentiment die set, it has, I love this font too, it has the word die smile. So that's how I'm incorporating the smile element. And then if you look at this is pre-printed and already colored and everything, there's an ombre that is behind the girl on the sled. And so that's how I'm getting the random ombre element in. And all of the colors are fall colors. So we have some nice oranges, some greens, some browns. And so I believe I hit all of the parameters. So lots of fun to play along with Craft Roulette. If you get your card made and submitted within the first 48 hours of the episode airing, so the episode airs on the Friday, and you have that weekend to make a card following the same parameters, you can actually submit your card to Craft Roulette. I think you have to go to their website and actually submit it through there. And not only will your card possibly get featured on the next week's episode, but you could actually win some prizes from sponsors. And one of the sponsors is Artful Angel. I think that's this month's sponsor. So, really, really fun opportunity to just, get your creative juices going. Sometimes it's kind of nice to have a design brief to work towards, or craft to, I should say. And so that might actually, it seems like it would be restrictive, but you know how sometimes when you have something really specific that you need to design to, that can actually help, reducing your options sometimes can help you be a little bit more creative. So I thought this was really fun, and I thought the Chili Fun sweet bundle would be great to craft along with, because the colors fitting so well with fall colors, and these little sticker tags being so perfect. So everything worked out really, really well. And joyful cards are one that I love making, because you do have a lot of opportunities to design and decorate your card, because it's a card within a card, so to speak. So you've got that front panel, the original front panel from your card, and then you have this mini panel as well on the outside and on the inside. So I've got another little design here that was from the sticker tag sheet, and I've punched that out as well, which I thought super cute. And I think both the fox and the little girl on the sled, they're both smiling, so that's another way that smile was incorporated. And because the joyful does have, especially if you're using thick cardstock like I am, it does have this tendency to kind of spring open. And so that's where this closure mechanism comes in. And I had the idea to do this because I wanted to keep all of the bulk of the twine on the outside as much as possible. So one way to do that is to punch those two holes, so that on the back of that inside front flap, it's just one layer of twine. There's no knot or anything. And so it keeps the inside relatively flat, and all of the bulk is where you tie the ribbon on the outside, and it just keeps this mini card flap nice and secure. And it's also a nice little decorative element. So I love this as a closure. Definitely will be doing it more. And here's a final look at my Craft Roulette episode 143 inspired card. So we have a joyful card that features fall colors and the word smile and an ombre. And so you can just untie the twine here and then open up that mini card to reveal another image from the Chili Fun sticker tag sheet. And there's still space enough on the inside to stamp another sentiment, write a little message, and sign the card. So really, really love this. And of course, the sentiment smile means this can be used for really any occasion. So it's a nice card to have in my stash for when I need to send out a card that maybe I have forgotten that I needed to send. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.